Hello and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top 5. It is the week of October 10th, is that right? 2019. I am Christina Rees.
And I'm Brandon Zech, and it is bright out here.
It is. We're in the shade, but it doesn't matter because it's 3:25 on Wednesday. Where are we?
We're at the Site Houston Gallery, which is in a bunch of old success rice grain silos, which are behind us. This is the site of Sculpture Month Houston, which is something we're going to get to in our later picks. But we're going to start with number 5, which this week is not necessarily an exhibition per se, but it is a reinstallation of the Dallas Museum of Art's European galleries. This happened over the summer, right?
Yeah, and it reopened in August, and I just got to catch it a few weeks ago. I have to say, it was the highlight of that museum visit. Obviously, I've grown up at the DMA. It looks wonderful. It's pretty densely installed, I have to say, but God, it feels really, really good. It's you can really take your time through it. It's been enhanced by a couple of gifts. The McDermott gift was a major gift, so all that's been kind of interspersed, and also a Comini gift of a lot of German and Austrian expressionism pre-war, which is of course bracing stuff. But I took my time, and it was one of the best days that I've spent in a museum space in very recent memory. And I absolutely recommend it when you're at the DMA to see Ragnar's video or Dior or whatever you may be going to see. Just go upstairs and check out the new installation. Dr. Nicole Myers oversaw it. I think she did a fantastic job. Number 4 on our list this week is in Houston. It is the opening of 2 Houston art fairs. Now, one of them is the Texas Contemporary Art Fair.
Which in this year, I believe, is in its 8th edition. And the other one is the Startup Art Fair, which is kind of artist-centric, artist-run. It's at the Hotel Icon. I think the 4th and 5th floors of the hotel. It's going to be artists having exhibitions in rooms. So, there's some people we're familiar with. Lovey Olivia, Carrie Reeder, and Stoutberg are just a few of the artists that are based in Houston that are also participating. There's people from out of town also. There's people in town that we haven't heard of. It is Art Fair weekend, and, that just means that there's just going to be a ton going on in Houston, and that everyone's going to be up and about and active.
So I assume Texas Contemporary is at the George R. Brown as usual.
As usual.
At the big convention center. So that will be happening along with some other things that we will get to in a second. Number 3 on our list this week is the opening, finally, of Ruby City in San Antonio. I say finally not because it's happening late, it's because we've been talking about this at Glasstire for months now, and this is finally the grand opening.
And there's been so much build-up, both that we've been doing and that other outlets have been doing around this building, designed by David Ajay, and of the collection also, to finally get to see a strong showing of the collection, more than just a couple pieces at a time.
They're going to open 3 major shows this weekend. The press preview is on Friday, but all the shows open to the public on Sunday.
But, pieces by Doho Suh, Ana Fernandez, there's a strong mix of both local talent in this, Texas-based talent, San Antonio-based artists, and of artists that have this national recognition.
That is finally happening, and it is going to be yet another reason to take frequent trips to San Antonio.
Number 2 this week, I am accidentally advertising them. It is Chinati Weekend out in Marfa in West Texas. This runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 3 days. If you haven't made your plans yet to go, you're probably not going to go, let's be real. It's a far drive from Houston, Dallas, or any of Texas' major cities, but it's looking to be a really good weekend as they're being marketed. The ladies of LCD Sound System, Nancy Wang and Gavin Reyna, doing a performance out there. There's going to be a new exhibition of Donald Judd's plywood wall works. There's an exhibition which I'm really excited about, which is a reinstallation of the John Wesley Gallery on Chinati's campus, and also a screening of the Solange film When I Get Home. So all in all, kind of a normal Chinati weekend. It's packed with talks, it's packed with conversations, it's packed with open studios by Marfa-based artists on Friday night for the Made in Marfa event, as always. And I'm really excited for this. I've been a regular at Chinati Weekend for the past little while, and it's great to see everyone out in West Texas.
So, number 1 on our list, we're here. It opens this weekend. It's Sculpture Month Houston, which is a semi-citywide event with its its anchor here at the Silos, which I think is one of the best art venues in the entire state of Texas. Individual sculptors have set up installations inside the Grand Silos. The show is called Out of Space, and the theme, it's basically about living systems. The the evolution of living systems, the fragility of living systems, the potential of living systems. There's a real science fiction feel to it, as well as just things that are grounded in actual science. So
there's artists from all across Texas and beyond. People like Margaret Craig, Margaret Crump, Lena Dibb, Brian Hawks, Cindy Clement, Felipe Lopez, Steve Parker, Henry Sanchez. It's a really wide-ranging list, and the work reflects that.
And there will also be sculpture at the
1940s Air Terminal Museum, which
right.
is this fantastic little Art Deco building out by Houston's Hobby Airport. So there's going to be works by William Cannings, Dylan Connor, Sharon Engelstein, Orna Feinstein, Alex Larson, Steve Murphy, Edward Portillo, Troy Staley, and James Searles out there.
And also, I just want to point out, Suzanne Anker is in there installing right now, the New York artist. She's this pioneering bio artist, and the piece is really good, by the way. But she's going to be giving a talk here on Friday at 2 p.m. So we are going to be on the road, and we will also be back here. It's a good week in Texas, and that's it. Go see some art.
Go see some art.